What's up, you guys? This is a video on installing your On3 performance turbo kit for your Mustang GT. In this video, we're going to be going over installing just the hot side, not doing the whole install because most of it's already installed, but the hardest part of the whole kit is the hot side. So once you get that figured out, it's pretty straightforward after that. Doing the wires and stuff for your gauges, that's not gonna be in your kit, so you're just gonna have to figure that out for whatever gauges you end up going with. But other than that, let's get on in it.
Sunny girl. Oh. Tanner. Tanner boy. Good gracious. What is it?
So to start, you want to make sure that this clamp's loose because you're going to have to be able to turn this whenever it gets down in there. But just make sure this one's loose. This one can be tight once you figure out where it needs to go. But first you want to put this in before you do all the other piping, because this is where everything has to connect to. And if you don't put this in first, then everything else gets in the way. So just make sure this bracket's off because it'll help you be able to maneuver the turbo around as you're trying to go down, which I had it on just a second ago, but without it on, it gives you a little bit more moving space. And just like that, y'all, the turbo's back in. We still have all the piping to connect down there. I've already done the cold side, connected it, and got it all ran. But as far as all the hot side, I still haven't connected it. But I'll show you all that here in a second. All right, so here's your first pipe that you want to get in or put on. So whenever the kit comes, these two are actually separated, but since I've already had it up there, I know where they go. I just didn't loosen up this one clamp whenever I took it back apart, but it's gonna be the same concept for y'all. Y'all just have to do it one piece at a time. So the next piping, you want to get it in there. And like I said, none of these you want to tighten up just yet. You want to put them all in and then get the clamps on them and then just slightly snug, because you want to make sure everything's in correctly and then you tighten them up. But also, this is where we had to heat it up and dent it in a little bit there. And you can see where I hit the ground with it a few times here. That's why I don't have it all the way over, because it just kept ripping it off. So, but this area you will have to dent in because you'll see where it's really tight up here and where it hits it. So, as you see, we got it in right now. Everything's still loose because, like I said, whenever we go to put it all back in, it's got to be, we'll go back over and tighten so that way it's not hitting. But you can also kind of see where it was hitting here. This is where we had to bend behind that. And you can see where it tries to hit over here, but we'll be moving stuff around so that way it's not hitting nothing. Because if it's hitting anything, you'll feel the rattling like in the floorboard as you're doing it or as you're driving around and stuff. But next tube is the one for your wastegate and the downpipe. So on this one, you're gonna have to go in from underneath, not from the top. This one's also a little bit hard to get finagled up in there, but it will go up in there eventually. That's it, guys. It's back in. So everything's good and tight. Also, for those wondering, this is how the the pipe looks going out the bumper, how we got it routed. Some people remove this tank, but we found a way to get around it. It does get a little hot up here, so I'm probably gonna end up doing an exhaust wrap around all this, so that way it doesn't end up destroying that tank. But as far, I've already driven probably about 10,000 miles with this kit, and it hasn't messed it up yet. But everything's all tight, and this is where I was talking about where it gets really tight right here, and we had to beat it in. So there and up here, there's hardly any space. You can't even fit a finger up in there. But and then you can see it's really tight there. But other than that, she's back in.